The United States emerged from World War II a changed nation. Victorious but weary, Americans yearned for peace and normalcy. Little did they know, a new era of unprecedented prosperity and cultural dynamism awaited them, the Golden Age. From the late 1940s to the late 1960s, the U.S. experienced an economic boom, remarkable cultural achievements, and profound social changes. This era was a time of stark contrasts. Unparalleled affluence coexisted with the threat of nuclear annihilation and the struggle for racial equality. The seeds of progress were sown, but not without resistance and pain. Join us as we explore the Golden Age of the United States. Through archival footage, expert interviews, and voices of those who lived through it, we will unravel this transformative period. Let us begin by examining the remarkable economic expansion that laid the foundation for this Golden Age. The years following World War II witnessed an unprecedented economic boom in the United States. The war-ravaged economies of Europe and Asia created a global demand for American goods and services. Factories that once churned out tanks and planes were retooled to produce consumer goods for a public eager to spend. This surge in demand fueled an economic engine that transformed the American landscape. New industries such as aerospace and electronics flourished, creating millions of jobs. The automobile industry boomed, putting Americans on the open road and fueling the growth of suburbs. Homeownership became a reality for millions of families thanks to government programs like the GI Bill. The American dream seemed within reach for a growing middle class. In the next section, we'll explore how this newfound prosperity fueled a cultural renaissance, giving rise to new forms of art, music, and entertainment. The post-war economic boom ignited a cultural explosion in the United States. With more money and leisure time, Americans embraced new forms of entertainment and artistic expression. This period saw the rise of rock and roll, the golden age of Hollywood, and a flowering of American literature and art. Jazz music reached new heights of popularity with legends like Miles Davis and John Coltrane. Meanwhile, rock and roll icons like Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry captivated the youth of America. Hollywood churned out classic films, and actors like Marlon Brando and Marilyn Monroe became cultural icons. American culture, fueled by economic prosperity, captivated the world. But amidst this cultural revolution, a profound social movement was brewing, challenging the very foundations of American society. Section 4. Seeds of Change. The Civil Rights Movement and Social Progress. The post-war era exposed deep-seated social tensions within American society. The promise of equality remained unfulfilled for many African Americans who faced segregation and discrimination. However, the rise of a powerful civil rights movement challenged the status quo. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks galvanized a generation to fight for equality. From the Montgomery bus boycott to the March on Washington, activists demanded their rightful place at the American table. The civil rights movement became a defining chapter in American history, forcing the nation to confront its legacy of racism and discrimination. Section 5. Faces of an Era, Icons and Leaders of a Generation. The Golden Age of America was shaped by numerous individuals who left an indelible mark on the nation's history, culture, and consciousness. In politics, President John F. Kennedy captured the nation's imagination with his youthful optimism. His tragic assassination in 1963 shocked the nation and the world. On the world stage, leaders like Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev and Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro played pivotal roles in shaping the Cold War. In the arts, figures like Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe became cultural icons. Their work challenged conventions and pushed boundaries. In literature, writers like Jack Kerouac gave voice to the Beat generation. These individuals helped shape the Golden Age of America, reminding us of the power of individuals to inspire change. Section 6. Shadows on the Horizon, Challenges Amidst the Gold. While the Golden Age was a time of prosperity and cultural dynamism, it was not without its challenges. The Cold War fueled a climate of fear and paranoia. The threat of nuclear annihilation was a constant reminder of the fragility of peace. The struggle for civil rights exposed deep racial tensions. Despite progress, discrimination and segregation persisted, leading to social unrest. The assassination of President Kennedy in 1963 shattered the nation's sense of innocence. The Vietnam War deeply divided the nation, sparking protests and social unrest. These challenges remind us that even in times of great prosperity, significant problems persist. Section 7. Conclusion. A legacy of progress and change. The Golden Age of America, spanning from the post-World War II years to the late 1960s, was a time of profound transformation. It was marked by economic prosperity, cultural dynamism, and significant social progress, but also by challenges and contradictions. The economic boom brought unprecedented affluence, fueling a consumer culture and transforming the social landscape. This prosperity ignited a cultural renaissance, giving rise to new forms of music, art, and entertainment. However, the era was also marked by the struggle for civil rights, as African Americans demanded an end to segregation and discrimination. The courage of activists led to significant legal and social